Oh, yep, I did it. I said the Raptors would go down in 4 straight games to LeBron and company. And then, maybe a little full of myself and a little premature, I said the Celtics would fall in 5 to LeBron and company. And that would now require 4 straight wins by LeBron and company. And kind of doubting it. I'm not going to dismiss it. I'm not going to write it completely off. Obviously, that's going to hinge on Game 2 at Boston. I think it's maybe not a must-win, but a better win for LeBron. And here is my problem with what I just watched today. LeBron came out with his B game, maybe his C+ game. LeBron came out the way a kid that I loved coming into this season, Lonzo Ball, came out early on for the Lakers. Unplugged, disconnected, strangely not into it. LeBron, I'm sure you're not watching right now because you got better things to do, but you may watch this later. You got to go full on attack mode right out of the gates against these guys. These guys got it going against Philly, a team that I thought would be a tougher matchup for you, and I still believe that. But this is a full-fledged basketball team that plays hard and smart on both ends of the floor. This is the team that you have to come out and step on right out of the blocks. Or this team, if it gets a little momentum, if it gets a little confidence, a little flow going, this team will just blow your doors off. And LeBron, you just got yours blown off. That was one of the more embarrassing losses of LeBron James. Mount Everest, obviously, whatever mountain you want to put him on, game for his career, Mount Rushmore, I can't even say the name because he doesn't belong on Mount Rushmore. I hear it every day from my partner across the table, LaShannon Sharp, on Undisputed. You can see us tomorrow morning from 9:30 to noon Eastern Time on Fox Sports 1. But clearly, to me, LeBron James is not on Mount Rushmore, and I can't even start with this. He's better than Michael Jordan. That would have never happened to Michael Jeffrey Jordan. It never happened to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan never had a superstar meltdown on the order of LeBron James in 2011, his first time around with the Miami Heat against the Dallas Mavericks. That never happened to LeBron. Michael Jordan's team never got blown out by a record margin in a finals in 5 games by my San Antonio Spurs in 2014. And Michael Jordan never was accused of quitting by his owner, which was the last go-around, the last playoff series, the first time around in Cleveland against Boston. Remember that one? Game 2, boy, LeBron was special in Game 2. Was that Game 3 at Boston? I forget. In that series, they start to run together. But the point was the last 3 games in that series were stinkers. And that was when LeBron's insiders put out the story that he somehow had to be sedated. That was the story. My friend Stephen A. Smith reported he had to be sedated before the last couple games of that series. Sedated because he was having an issue internally with a teammate. I don't know, but I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. He just shrank. And the chosen one, as we saw in 2011 against Dallas, became the frozen one against those Celtics who just kept turning up the heat until he froze. Turning up the heat until he froze. And today, he just seemed out of it from the start. I don't know. Obviously, they kept LeBron, the Celtics did. Their plan was just keep LeBron away from the basket as much as possible. No dunks. That was San Antonio's motto in all those finals. No dunks. No dunks. Don't let him take the crowd out of the game. Hang on one second. I'm watching Tiger Woods here, and then I'll be done with this. So I'm a little distracted because I want to see Tiger hit a shot on 17. Just want to make sure he's not going to win this golf tournament, but ooh, that was not good, not pretty. Oh well, I think it just splashed. Back to the matter at hand. LeBron James, you have to attack the way LeBron attacked. Do you remember the game right after the trade deadline when he had acquired the new Cavaliers? Obviously, Rodney Hunt, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., George Hill, boom, 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 right at the trade deadline. I was amazed. I thought Dan Gilbert did an amazing job, the same guy who accused LeBron of quitting on him the first time around. How LeBron went back and made amends with him, I have no idea, but he did. And the owner paid him back after the bad deal they made for Isaiah Thomas and losing Kyrie. Isn't it amazing? There's no Kyrie, and that happened. LeBron lost by 25, and it was at times 30 plus. Really? God, that's just hard for me to believe. But the point is, do you remember that game when Cleveland went to Boston right after the trade deadline and won by 22? Yeah, they made 16 threes that day. 16 out of 30 that day. Look it up. There was no Kevin Love, and they just spanked the little Celtics. Just spanked them. And they had no answer for LeBron James. And LeBron almost had a triple-double, and everybody looked great. Everybody flowed right into the rotation. Jordan Clarkson had a big game, and Rodney Hood had a big game. Everybody played well, and it just looked like a tour de force. It looked like Boston had no chance and no hope. And then today happened, and just think about this. LeBron unplugged from the start, just gets run over and then run out of the gym. And he winds up with 15 total points. 15 total points. He averaged, 34 against the Raptors? And only 7 rebounds, and I'll give him the 9 assists, but they were offset by 7 turnovers. 7 turnovers. And by the way, the Cavs as a team had 9. Think about that. The king, the point guard, the leader, the quote-unquote, says LeShannon Sharp, best player on the planet, he's got 7 turnovers out of their 9 today? I mean, that's just disgraceful.